Welcome all you Highlanders to our Econ 143 Environmental Economics course site. When you first log into our Canvas course site, then this is what you're going to see. It includes my information here, including my email, my office phone, which will probably be of little use to you this summer session because we're still not allowed regular access to our offices, at least not yet. But I did include my cell phone there so that you can reach me anytime you need to by calling that number. So if you want to have a good back and forth conversation, then please call me on my cell phone. Having said that, if you just want to send me a message and have me reply to that message, then I prefer that you email me using that email there, only because I can type a lot faster than I can text, right? So with that in mind, if again you want to have that back and forth conversation, just call me on my cell phone or come visit me in those student hours, are also known as office hours, right? But if you want to, again, just send a quick message and have a message sent back, then email is the best way to get a hold of me. Again, there's the office location that we are currently not allowed in. And then those are my student hours for the summer session, also known as office hours. I went to a teaching conference over the summer where they said it's a little bit more maybe student friendly to call them student hours, so students know that that time is for them and not for just me to hang out in my office, right? So I'm trying to switch my lingo from office hours to student hours, although sometimes I'll still say office hours just because that's what I've been saying for the last 10 years. Just know that those two terms, student hours and office hours, are interchangeable. For this summer session, Monday and Wednesday, they are from 2 to 4:30, and then Tuesday and Thursday during our regular class time from 9 to 11:30. Right, so again, you won't ever have to be in class during our regular class time except for the midterm exam, right? Everything else can be completed asynchronously, meaning that you can watch the lecture videos anytime you want. But I did make sure to make myself available during our regular class time so that you can watch those lecture videos during that time and then pause them. And if you have any questions, jump into those office or student hours, and I'll be happy to answer any questions that you may have. That's kind of a way to simulate or mimic a live lecture. It's kind of like raising your hand if you have a question and me answering the question in the classroom. All right, so again, please feel free to contact me if there's anything that you need throughout the summer session, and I'll be happy to help you, or come visit me during those Zoom student hours, right? If those hours don't work for you, then just let me know, and we'll try to make an appointment for a day and time that better fits your schedule. Right, so I've also included the link to those Zoom hours, right, a copy of the syllabus, and a goals contract where I kind of express to you my goals for this course, some challenges I anticipate in overcoming those goals or reaching those goals, and then some things that we are, or some plans of action that I have to kind of help overcome those challenges. Right. I've also set up a Discord site for this class in case you all want to interact with each other there, right? Feel free to do so. That won't be required for this course. You won't have to use it if you don't want to, right? There's just a way for you to interact with your fellow peers in this class and get a little bit more kind of student-to-student interaction, which can be difficult in a remote class or online setting, right? So again, there won't be anything up there that isn't already included on this Canvas course site. You never have to go to that Discord site if you don't want to, but it's available to you if you want to kind of reach out to your fellow classmates. And then all these remaining pages here are optional. So student opportunities is basically whenever I get an email about internships or volunteer opportunities or student group opportunities, I will post them there under student opportunities for you so that you can kind of check them out as you see fit. Student resources are for, again, if you ever need to reach out to somebody at the university regarding mental health counseling or psychological services or anything like that, I posted those there for you as well. Again, feel free to utilize or access those resources as you see fit. If you are struggling with anything technical or related to, say, our Canvas course site, right, then technical support is probably who you should reach out to there, right? Again, if you ask me a question about some kind of computer problem you're having, chances are I'm not going to know the answer to that either because I'm not very good with computers myself. I'm also just learning Canvas as well, right? So again, if you have an issue with Canvas or if you have an issue with your computer, right, or something UCR related, right, then again, use that technical support tab. It has links to all their information. And finally, understand it's a pretty bleak time because we're still overcoming this COVID-19 pandemic. There's also a lot of social and political tension out there. So I created a page called Inspiration and Positivity. So if you need a break from all the negativity and you just want to watch like an uplifting video, or I also have a link to goodnews.com. So if you just want some good news every once in a while, right, then feel free to check out that page as well. Right, so again, that's what's on the home page, right? And when you log in, this is the page that you will go to automatically, right? And then to get started on completing the work for the course, you just have to click on modules, and it will take you right to the weekly modules that you will be completing for the work for this course. So it starts off with module 0, which is kind of an introduction to the class. Now this module isn't really required, but I do recommend that you complete it just so you kind of understand what this class is going to involve and how you're going to navigate through it. And within this module 0 is the syllabus, which I suggest you read. Again, just so you're familiar with how you're going to be graded and the different kinds of assignments for the course and when those assignments are going to take place. And then there's an introductory video kind of going through the syllabus. So again, I recommend you watch that. It's a fairly short video, but again, kind of goes over what is expected and required of you as part of this course. And then there's an online class rules and academic honesty survey, right, that you'll get 1 point if you complete it by 11:55 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on Thursday, July 29th. So again, think of this as kind of like a syllabus quiz. There's going to be a few questions, again, just on you understanding what's involved in this particular course. There's also going to be a couple questions on academic honesty, making sure you know what constitutes cheating and what doesn't, and some questions to kind of help you think about, academic honesty in general. And then the last 3 questions are similar to that goals contract I have on the homepage. And that's going to ask you, what are your goals for this summer session? What are the challenges you anticipate in reaching those goals? And then how do you anticipate you're going to overcome those challenges? So if you want to kind of see an example of how I answer those questions, then again, you can check out my goals contract up on the homepage. Right, and then finally, there is a discussion board meet and greet where I've kind of introduced myself, and if you want to kind of introduce yourself to the class, feel free to do so there. It is by no means required. You never have to engage in these discussion board posts if you don't want to. You never have to reply to anybody else's, but it's a good way to get that student-to-student interaction. Again, in an online class, that can be tough to accomplish, right? So I want to make sure that you all have the opportunity to interact with one another and kind of get to know each other as part of this course. Right, so again, that's what our introductory module looks like, and then you get started for module 1. Now again, we'll be compressing 10 weeks of learning into a 5-week summer session. So normally I'd only have you do 1 module per week, but because this is a summer session, you're going to have to complete 2 modules each week, which I know sounds like a lot of work, but it really isn't that bad when you think about the fact that you would be in class if we were doing this live, whereas because we are doing it remotely, right, you can kind of watch these lecture videos as a substitute for that particular class. So when it comes to completing the module, right, this is what a typical module might look like. It's going to have the lecture videos broken up there for you, as well as some optional readings if they apply to that module. Some modules might also have a required reading. And then there's also going to be a optional review session for every module that you can attend if you see fit, right? So again, I'll have this available in both a asynchronous video as well as be giving it live through Zoom at 2:15 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on Fridays for those people who prefer that more synchronous instruction. Right, and then there's going to be a weekly thought-provoking assignment in every module, and then there's a module break room that you can go if you just need a break from the learning and want to kind of relax, or maybe do some short exercise of like a little exercise video in there, or again, just post something on the discussion board. Right, so with that in mind, you can click to any one of these individually, and it will take you right to it. So for example, this will take you right to that Chapter 1, Lecture 3. Having said that, the easier way to navigate through this class might be to click on the overview slide and then just start clicking next. So if you click on the overview slide, again, it's going to tell you in the order what steps to complete for each module, right? So again, step 1, watch the lecture videos. I give you the total runtime of the lecture videos, right? So again, this class is scheduled to meet twice a week for about 2 hours and 50 minutes for each of those meetings, right? So I try to make those lecture videos for each module less than that 2 hours and 50 minutes. So again, that you can watch videos, pause them, take notes, ask questions as you see fit. Right, so the total runtime for the lecture videos here in Module 1 is 1 hour and 28 minutes and 48 seconds. Right, so we have 3 videos there. Each video, again, has the length of the video there in terms of time. So that'd be 28 minutes and 47 seconds for that first lecture video, right, and so forth and so on, right? So again, you can watch these videos at your own leisure and take notes. In order to help you take notes, I have included the slides I'm going to be going over as part of these videos in both PowerPoint and PDF format. So if you struggle with downloading PowerPoint, you can download the PDF slides and kind of use them to take notes as you are following along. Right. Now, again, if you want to simulate a live class, I do give you the suggested day in which to watch these videos. Right. So again, this would be everything that we would cover in, say, Tuesday's class. So you can watch this during our regular class time on Tuesday between 9 and 11:30 a.m. And during that time, if you have a question, feel free to pause the video and come into those Zoom office hours or student hours and ask your question. And that's, again, as close as we're going to get to a live class, in the sense that it'd be like if we were in class and I was going through this material, right? If you raise your hand, right, and ask the question, that's pretty much what you're doing when you're pausing the video and coming into those Zoom student hours, right? So again, you can watch them during our regular class, or you can watch them anytime you want. I try to make this class as flexible as possible. Right, and then again, it goes through the steps. Check out the optional readings. Again, that's optional. You don't have to read those if you don't want to, but they may help you in writing your economics environment or environmental economics paper, depending on which topic you choose. And then there's that weekly review session. Again, if you want to join that live, that is Friday, July 30th for Module 1 at 2:15 p.m. Again, you can get there using the Zoom link. Right, but once again, you don't have to. This video will be available asynchronously. Again, if you want to take notes, the PowerPoint slides will be going through as part of that review session, is available in PowerPoint and PDF format. The required reading is available here as well, and there's a link to it. And then there is the Module 1 weekly thought-provoking assignment that's due by 11:55 p.m. on Friday, July the 30th. Right, and then there is the virtual break room, which again is optional, right? So again, this is just an overview. This kind of tells you what you're planning to see in this module. If you want to go to step 1, just click next, and it will take you right to that very first lecture video, right? When you are done watching that lecture video and taking notes, just click next again, and it will take you to the next lecture video. So again, that second lecture video for chapter 1. Right, and when you are done watching that video and taking notes, then again, just click next, and it'll take you to that third lecture video, right, for chapter 1. Right, and then click next one more time here, and you are, again, out of the lecture videos and into that optional reading. Just click on any of these links, and it will take you to that optional reading if you're interested in any of these policies or ideas. Right, click next again, and it'll take you to the next step, which is that review session. Again, there's a link to join it live, or again, you can just watch the video here asynchronously if you like. But I always have them available asynchronously, again, just to make things as flexible as possible for you. But if you're somebody who prefers live instruction, we'll be going through that review session again through Zoom on Friday, July 30th at 2:15. Right, click next again, and it's going to take you to that required reading for Module 1. Right, now when it comes to this required reading, right, again, you're going to have to kind of scroll down in order to see it. So again, using that bar on the inside, we can scroll down. Now again, I had to kind of copy this in take a book and use it to copy into a copier and PDF format, right? So again, if you are kind of like struggling in reading that, just rotate it until it gets to a format that you prefer. There we go, right? And that should make it easier to read, right? But again, that reading is available there for you. Click next again, and it's going to take you to that weekly thought-provoking assignment, which will be based on the lecture videos and sometimes that required reading, right? Again, it will be based only on the required reading, not the optional ones. If you click next again, then it is going to take you to that virtual break room. Again, you can do the exercise challenge if you need a quick exercise break. I also included a little section here called Pass the Prof, because I do all these exercises as well, just kind of test them out, right? And so for this first exercise, I was able to do 3 consecutive rounds with no more than 15-second break in between. So if you want to try to beat me, then please feel free to do so. It's just kind of extra fun challenge, right? And again, I'll do that for every one of those exercise challenges, right? There's also a relaxation break, so it might be a guided meditation or a quick yoga workout or something like that. And then the social break, which includes that discussion board, where again, you're never required to post anything if you don't want to. You're never required to respond to anybody else's posts. These won't be graded, right? It's just, again, a way for you to interact with your classmates. If you want to kind of post your scores from the exercise challenge, or if you have any personal stories or examples that relate to the material, or if there's anything that you want to tell your fellow classmates, the discussion board is a place to do it. Right, so again, just make sure that your posts are polite and respectful. Otherwise, I'm going to have to shut this section down. Right, just have fun and get to know your classmates. Right. Again, that's it for Module 1. So again, all you got to do is start at the beginning with that overview and click Next until you have completed that module. If you complete Next again, then it's just going to take you right to the next module. Right. So again, this is just the overview for Module 2, which again, because we are completing 10 weeks worth of learning in the 5 weeks, you're going to have 2 modules due every week. Right. So again, some modules might be a little bit different, but that's the general theme that the module is going to have. For example, here in Module 2, there's going to be, again, lecture videos, right, and a review session and a thought-provoking assignment in the virtual break room, but there aren't any optional required readings here for Chapter 2. All right, so again, that's a quick overview of kind of how to poke through our Canvas course site and navigate it. Make sure you understand what this course is going to look like. Again, when you click on the home page, this is what you'll see. It's got all my information there and a lot of information you need for the class. Right, just click on modules to get started, and I hope you have a great learning experience this quarter. With that in mind, please let me know if you need anything at all. I'll be happy to answer any questions that you may have. Just shoot me an email or come visit me in the student, or also known as office hours. Right, and again, I'll be able to help you with anything that you might need. Right. So I don't know about you, but I'm very excited and very much looking forward to this summer session. Just let me know if you need anything, but until then, stay safe and healthy. Take care.